Oh, you're muted.
Okay, there we go. Okay, hello everyone. The window and time frame, the actual online, it actually started on Monday. So the window and time frame to apply, January 11th, with the deadline to submit is Friday, 4:59 p.m. Just one thing that the parents should know, as well as staff, is not first come, first serve. You can enter the first day, the 5th day, the 10th day, the last day. It all goes in the same pool. Just make sure everything is complete and submitted by 4:59 on February 5th. You have access to the account that entire time, from the time you apply. Even when submitting, you have that opportunity to change the range, the selections, first, second, and third. Is just any and everything that you need needs to be done by 4:59 on the 5th. Just making sure the program is set where it can be done from a laptop, desktop, tablets, as well as smartphones. If anyone has any questions, please direct them to me, to myself, to student assignment at the 560-2059. We have contracted helpers that will first get the calls, and then if it's something beyond what they're aware of or comfortable with, then they'll forward it to me. You may have individuals that just don't have that access to the laptop or desktop. With answering a few questions where I can verify that they're the parent or guardian, I can enter it online for them over the phone. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. So no one has to go into the school to do it. It's even cases where individuals, a little tricky. I've worked with a couple of families where I'm emailing them the question, the survey, because they're not comfortable with typing it in. So they'll type the survey. I'm not going to do, not the survey, but the essay. I won't do the essay for you, but they can email the essay to me, and I will put it within the body of it and to make sure that it's in. I'm just trying to think. Does anyone have a specific question or anything? This is Neal, so I have to always explain, Neal is STEM. So if your base is Neal, of course, you don't have to apply, but you do have the option, because again, if you move, I typically tell the homeowners, you're a homeowner, if you're not planning on leaving, you're good, but you still have that option. So if you move or something occurs that you're no longer at that location, you're good for the duration of the year, 6th, 7th, and 8th. If there is a case where Neal is the base assigned school, they do have the option to apply elsewhere, but they cannot apply to Lowe's Grove because Lowe's Grove is STEM. The way Smart Choice is set up is going to know when you key in your address, it won't allow you to pick that. It's not gonna give the drop down option. What else? Any specific questions anyone may have? No. How about you, Sarah?
Same process for high school as well?
So, I mean, same.
Oh, I think we lost her. Oh, bummer. It sounded very important. All right. Let's see. Let's give her a few seconds to see if she pops back in. Before she does, any questions from anyone? We would love to take them in the chat. Again, did anyone catch her, the information that she gave about if you need help in the application process? I think it was student assignment, and then the number that you would dial for Durham Public Schools. I also want to plug that we are having help sessions here at Neal. So if you are in the process of, we've got a couple of rising 9th graders popping in. I see some 8th graders that are popping in at this point, starting to get ready for our high school time. But if you are a parent that in general, you need some help with the applications, you can sign up on our website. We will be there to help you live via Zoom, anything that you need. And even if you don't decide to come to Neal, which we'll be upset about, we'd still love to help you apply to the right school for your child, no matter what that school is. That's what we care about, the best fit for your student here at Neal. So if Ms. Hawkins-Johnson hops back on, we will let her answer some more questions. But I see that we already have Mr. Evans here. We're going to start our high school time. We want you guys to learn as much as possible about the magnet programs out there for high school. I know we've got a couple of 8th graders that are popping on. So we are going to go and we're going to learn about from Mr. Evans. He is the college liaison and magnet coordinator over at Middle College. Oh, Ms. Hawkins is on now. Mr. Evans, would you be okay if she just answers real quick about high school?
No problem.
All right. So, all right, Ms. Hawkins-Johnson, sorry, you were in the middle of talking about high school process. So which is perfect because we're about to transition over and learn about the high schools.
Okay. Apologies, the laptop died. With high school, pretty much same process like when leaving Neal. Typically the base is going to be Southern, and I like to touch on the same. Southern is STEM, so therefore a lot of individuals will want to apply for Riverside. Well, that's STEM, so it's not going to offer. They can apply elsewhere, but again, it won't allow for STEM. If something, the program knows if something is offered at your base school, it won't allow you to request it elsewhere.
Thank you so much. And we've got that contact information you mentioned in the chat for sure. We appreciate you coming. Thank you so much.
Okay. And again, if anyone has any questions, whether it be parents, administration, teachers, feel free to call pretty much there 7 to 5. You can reach me 7 a.m., 5 p.m. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, we're gonna pop on over to Mr. Evans. He's going to talk about Middle College. It's we wanted to make sure to have all of the options out there for you guys because believe it or not, 10th and 11th grade is coming soon. The sooner that you can prepare, even if you are a 6th grader on the line or a 7th grader, the sooner you can prepare, the better. So that's why we wanted to have all those options out there for you. So take it away, Mr. Evans.
All right, thank you, Ms. McNeil, for allowing us to come tonight, and good evening, everyone. Ms. McNeil, is it okay if I share my screen to show some slides? Okay, all righty. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. And I will try not to take up too much of your time. And Ms. McNeil, will you give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen with the slides? Okay, great. All right. So as stated, I am at Middle College High School on the campus of Durham Tech. We have grades 11 and 12 only at our school. So we are a ways off, I assume, for most of you all here on the call. But as she stated, we still want you to be aware of us so that you can think about us in the future. We are a public high school, of course. Again, grades 11 and 12 only. We admit students not only who reside in Durham County, but Orange County as well. So our school is a partnership between DPS, Orange County Schools, and Chapel Hill Carborough City Schools. Students who come to our school would take honors level high school courses. So we don't teach standard level, only honors level. And students will also take Durham Tech courses with us as well. They will take them every semester and it's required, not optional, okay? So that's important to know because students have to be ready for an advanced level of coursework. So keep that in mind. And of course, everything with us at Durham Tech is free. College courses free, textbooks free, no fees. Some of our students graduate from high school with a full associate's degree for free. So that is the value of our school. So here are the entry requirements for students who are thinking about applying. You can come to us in grade 11 or you can come in grade 12. Either way, you must meet the criteria that are listed here on the screen. You'll see the courses listed there are 9th and 10th grade courses. Since we don't have grades 9 and 10 at Middle College, we don't teach those. So it's important that you take them prior to coming to Middle College because they are graduation requirements. And again, you do have to have that unweighted grade point average of 2.5 or higher. And as Mrs. Hawkins-Johnson alluded to earlier, students who meet the qualifications will then be entered into the lottery. Attend Middle College, so free college courses, tuition and books. That's usually what gets parents interested, because it saves them literally thousands of dollars if they if they complete a degree in high school. About 1/3 of our students graduate each year with a full college degree, and the average student graduates with 1 full year of college complete. So they will go on to college as sophomores, and those who complete an associate's will enter college as juniors. We're on the campus of Durham Tech. Flexible college scheduling. College classes run from 7:30 a.m. to 8:00 p.m. We don't legislate when they take their college classes. That's up to the family to decide. So that really affords our kids with jobs a lot of flexibility. So they like that a lot. Maximum enrollment of 200 students. So 100 in grade 11, 100 in grade 12. Another perk is that every single junior at our school gets a free ACT prep course. The ACT is a test that can be used for college admission purposes, and the state of North Carolina, meaning DPI, requires every junior to take the ACT in the spring. So we have an outside test prep company that comes in during the school day to offer ACT prep for every single one of our juniors free of charge. Here are some of the pathways that your child can work from at Durham Tech. On the left-hand side, those are the university transfer degree plans. So if your child is interested in going to a 4-year college, they will work from one of those plans at Durham Tech with us in terms of their course selection. And I will be their advisor, so I would help them choose the right pathway and the right courses within that. Durham Tech has a ton of career and technical education programs. So if your child is interested in a trade, something hands-on, they just want to get a 2-year degree and go directly to work, there are probably 100 such programs at Durham Tech. But I only listed a few on the right-hand side here because these are some of the more popular ones amongst our student body. So this is just to give you an idea of some of the things they can do. Our last year's graduating seniors, our class consisted of 91 students. We had a 100% graduation rate. 82% of our students went directly on to 4-year colleges, and then you can see the rest there. I won't read them all to you. And 28 of the 91 left high school with a full associate's degree, and 3 of them left with a certification in a trade area. And we were named a School of Distinction by Magnet Schools of America, which is a national entity that pretty much evaluates magnet schools across the nation to pretty much see if you are accomplishing your mission as set forth in your theme. So we are proud of that accomplishment for the last 2 years running. We do have academic support. We don't just leave your kids out on their own. So on the left, you can see tons of things that the college offers. Primarily, I want to point out the tutorial systems. Durham Tech employs professional tutors. They are adults with college degrees that will help their students if they need tutorial support. Again, that's free. They also have a program called Upswing. That's an online support program in which it's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So that system employs people from across the country. And so if your child is up at 1 a.m. on a Sunday morning working on their psychology work and they get stuck, they can go into Upswing and get help. Our students do have access to extracurricular activities. You will see a comprehensive list of all the high school activities here. Our students can also participate in Durham Tech organizations. They really do embed themselves on the campus. We've had students on the math team, vice president of the Durham Tech student government, editor of the campus literary journal, etc. So our kids are successful there. And also of important note, if your child is an athlete, they can still play sports at their base DPS school. So for example, if you live in the Jordan school zone, your child can still play sports at Jordan if they come to Middle College. Most of our kids will take college classes in lieu of the high school classes and still use the college classes as the high school graduation requirement. For example, US history is required to graduate. If a kid takes American History 1, with the college that counts as their high school graduation requirement, and they get college credit for it at the same time. And since our students do that, that means our high school class sizes shrink. So you can see last semester, these were the sizes of our high school courses, which means those students can get more individualized attention from high school teachers. And that's it. Hopefully I didn't go too long, Ms. McNeil. My contact information is there. I'm gonna stop sharing and I will put my email address in the chat box if anyone wants to reach out to me later. Or if you want to email me a question in the chat, I will stay on for about another 5 minutes or so. Thank you, Ms. McNeil.
Thank you, Mr. Evans. And we actually have a comment in the chat. I'm gonna share your comment, Sarah. Sarah's a 7th grader, but she already said this part's interesting to me and motivating. So definitely that's something to work towards for sure. And in hearing from all the rest of the high schools, I can't wait. It's not too early to start thinking about 11th and 12th grade, those requirements to get in, as you'll hear from all of the other schools. And what is out there. There truly is a lot if you are prepared and if you're ready for high school. We're going to take it and we're going to hear a quick snippet. Ms. Benetton is going to present really quickly about DSA, and we're going to move on to another high school after that. Go ahead, take it away, Ms. Benetton.
Yes, I am going to just show a quick video so you can get some information about DSA, and then I will just put a link in the chat. They're offering virtual tours with Q&A sessions, and so I'm going to put that in the chat if you're interested in getting any additional information beyond this video.
Welcome to Durham School of the Arts and to our virtual tour. I am David Hawks, principal here at Durham School of the Arts. It is indeed a pleasure to have you with us today and talk to you about Durham School of the Arts. As you know, we are a choice magnet school that serves grades 6 through 12, so we're both a middle school and a high school. In order to attend our school, students must apply through the Durham Public Schools Office of Student Assignment and be selected through the lottery process. The focus of our school is on excellence in the visual and performing arts and rigorous academics. If your child has an interest or talent in the visual arts, band, orchestra, chorus, dance, piano, guitar, photography, creative writing, film, the digital arts, or drama, then we are a school that you would be interested in selecting. Students at our school in grade 6 have a 6-period day with 4 core academic classes and 2 elective classes. During one of those elective periods, they will have 9 weeks of visual arts, 9 weeks of theater, 9 weeks of dance, and 9 weeks of PE and health. During the other elective period, they will select and choose either band, chorus, or orchestra. Students at our school in grades 7 through 12 have a 7-period day, and as a result, they have 3 elective class choices outside their 4 core academic classes. Students will find our academic classes challenging and intellectually engaging. The result of our focus on the arts and academics is what makes our school competitive and recognized on the local, state, and national level. Some quick facts about our school. Our building opens at 8:30 a.m. daily. Our school day starts at 9:15 a.m. and ends at 4:15 p.m. DSA operates on what's called the traditional calendar schedule. We have lots of clubs and athletic opportunities for all of our students, except football. Hey, we're an art school. Size of our campus is spread over 3 city blocks with 8 buildings. We have 6-minute class changes that make for the transitions, recent renovations, and we have future renovations planned. We have 675 middle school students with about 225 per grade level. They have 2 teams of 4 teachers at both 6th and 7th grade. Our 8th grade is more like a junior high or a transition to high school. At 9th grade, we will take in more high school students than we have in 8th grade. We have 11 different arts concentrations, and all our 9th graders must start off with 2 arts concentrations that they assess for. They must, over their 4 years in high school, complete 4 years in at least one of those 2 concentrations. We have foreign languages, we have physical education, we have AIG honors and advanced classes. At the high school, we have AP classes. We in fact have 20 AP classes. Yearly, 96% of our graduating class go on to 2 or 4-year colleges, so very much a college prep high school. Highest state test scores in ACT, SAT, AP. We're rated as one of the 119 A schools in the state of North Carolina, and we're rated by the U.S. News and World Report as one of the best high schools in the nation. We're also a Duke Partner School and a DPAC Partner School. The first lottery selection is on March 1st, with students selected or placed on the waiting list, which will be followed up by subsequent lotteries. Thanks for coming to visit us today on this virtual tour, and we hope that you will follow up and complete an online application.
All right, and I put in the chat if you are interested in attending a live or a virtual tour and have live Q&A with DSA, go ahead and sign up for that. And that is all I have, Ms. Manuel.
All right. I will do a double check here. Do we have a Miss Day from Hillside? I want to make sure we didn't miss any folks from Hillside. We did have some Hillside folks on. Okay. Jessica, are you cool if we go straight to you?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So next we have Jessica up. She is a student at Early College. She is a former Neal student. So woohoo! Jessica's amazing. She's been doing some awesome stuff with our Neal students. We're just so proud of her. Jessica, you should be able to share your screen if you need to. Do you need to share your screen real quick? All right. Jessica's going to talk to us about Early College.
Hi everyone, my name is Jessica. I'm going to share my screen real quickly. Okay. So again, my name is Jessica. I'm currently presenting for Josephine Dobbs Clement Early College High School, as I've seen some kids from Neal are interested in there. Some facts about me: I graduated Neal in 2018, so I'm a current junior in the class of 2022 at the Early College. And my major right now is biological and biomedical science, which I am doing at NCCU. I'm a first generation college student, and a little fun fact is that I actually visit London, Normandy, and Paris with the Early College. So that's something that your kid can look forward to once they apply and enter the school. So I firstly wanted to talk about pros and cons about the school, because these are definitely things that I had wished to know before entering the school. So firstly with pros, which is a lot more than cons, it's 2 years worth of free college credit. And that can lead all the way up to an associate's degree, which is currently what I'm going for. You get real college experience. I talked to some of the kids earlier about that, and you get campus experience. You know, if you can walk out of buildings, go into classrooms, there's places to eat at the university. There's a Chick-fil-A, a Subway, a Starbucks, a Pizza Hut. Personally, that's something weird for me, because I just feel like a real college student just going out and eating with my friends there. Choosing your major, which is a huge one to a lot of the kids. You can start early on what you want to pursue, whether you stay at the university or whether you go on to another one. That is a huge thing. You have 2 years to choose that, but it's definitely a huge thing about the Early College. As I said, I'm a biology major, but I have friends going into education, engineering, business, law. There's a lot of stuff to choose from at the university. You also make your own schedule, so especially more towards your junior and senior year, if you ever feel like you want to take a job, you want to do more ACT and SAT prep, you can choose however you want your schedule to be to manage your time. Another one is student discount, which is something that they don't talk a lot about, but I definitely have a lot of advantages being a college student at such a young age. You know, Apple Music, Uniday, Spotify, that all comes at a huge discount because I'm a college student and I can use my Blackboard passwords through there. You have smaller high school classrooms too. So I know personally for me, I like smaller classrooms. So in the high school, you will get that because there's really not a lot of kids as the school is small and they're spread out all across the university. A big one to me too is that it's an HBCU, which is a historically Black college university. So you will see people that look like you everywhere. And that's a huge factor for me personally. It's amazing high school teachers in the curriculum. I've learned how to do my taxes, how to get a credit score all through the high school teachers, and that is something that they did not have to do. But because they want your students to succeed, they will do that, and they will go above and beyond from that. As I said, there is cons to the school, which is, I wouldn't exactly say that it's a disadvantage. I just say that it's something that your student and you yourself might even want to consider. So it is a fast-paced school, meaning the classrooms will fly by fast, the curriculum will go by fast, and if your child feels like that's not what they want, I feel like you should keep that in mind. This is also a no tolerance school, so there's no fighting. If you fight, you're out of the school. Failing multiple classes, there is aid, and they will not immediately just like, oh, kick you out of the school, but they definitely want to see that you are trying hard, putting in your effort, because if not, they will have to intervene with that. Behavior, specifically towards the professors. If your child is putting up an attitude with the professors, that is a huge issue to the school, as they are sending minors on campus and they want to treat you like a real college student. So that's definitely something that they watch. Oh, my bad. Again, it's a small school, so some people might not like that, some will. It all just depends on how you work. It is a lot of work too. I have stayed up till maybe 1 in the morning completing work, whether it be for college or high school. It is a lot of work, but I promise with the advantages that the early college gives you, it's all worth it at the end. This is a huge one, as I didn't even know this myself. There's no sports team, so if your child does sports, they definitely can still, but the early college does not provide that. They will have to go to their base school for that. This is a little bit smaller. I talk more to the students about this, but again, you can make your own schedule. This is actually a picture of my freshman class when I was first in there. So yeah, as I said, the schedule changes depending. You're a lot fuller the first few semesters, your freshman and sophomore year. So this is actually my personal schedule, my sophomore and freshman year. And it changes drastically your junior year. So as you can see, your schedule is full sophomore and freshman year, and then it goes to being basically empty your junior year, as you have a lot of space to do stuff. I personally choose this time to go to ACT prep and SAT prep, do extracurriculars, and try and put my best effort for my college applications that are soon to come this summer. Some interesting facts about the school is that we actually won a National Blue Ribbon School of Excellence, and the class of 2018 to 2022 got this award. So I'm hoping that your class and the classes forward can get this award again, because it's a huge honor, especially because we are a predominantly Black and brown school. It's just a huge honor for us to have. We have an 100% graduation rate, and we have kept this award for many years now. If once you enter the school, well, hopefully in the future you can, not right now, but once you enter the school, you will see the awards from every single class. So hopefully you will see yours up there soon. We are in the top 5% in reading and language in North Carolina schools, so that is a huge honor too. We're getting there with math, hopefully soon. And we have students from different areas. We have kids coming from Carrington Middle School, Lakewood, Marine Joy, Neal, Shepherd, Brogdon. I've had friends from the Raleigh area. You will make good friends from here, as they come from multiple areas. Again, small school, 370 students average from grades 9 to 12. They are not all in the building. They are spread all across campus, but those are how many high school students we have. And I mentioned earlier, we have international trips. So we have Paris, Switzerland, London, New Zealand, etc. We were planning one for Tokyo this year, but due to the current circumstances, we couldn't go. So I believe by the time y'all are in there, I think y'all can go. So I hope y'all take advantage of that. I know I did. And there's 15 high school teachers. So you will definitely make great relationships with these teachers. Thanks to the teachers at the school, I've gotten into medical programs at Duke. I've gotten to spend my own time at dorms and studying in different universities. I think I've even went to Wilmington one time and stayed there. So definitely these teachers will try and take you above and beyond. And personally, that is so useful for specifically to go to college, as you will need recommendations from them. So I want to say thank you for allowing me to be here. Here's my contact information for in case the parents or the students want to contact me. I'm free at all times. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, I can answer them. Again, if you want to email me, I can work with that too.
Jessica, you did an amazing job. Thank you so much. We are so proud of you. And we are very appreciative of you taking your time. And then we also, I do want to add, Ms. Bennington wanted me to add for those folks, we've had a couple of new 8th graders pop in, that you do need to do an essay, and you probably should get started on it like yesterday for entrance to this school. So big shout out to you, Jessica. Thank you so much. If you could do your stop sharing screen now, we appreciate you. If you're still interested in, Jessica will be just talking as a Neal student tomorrow on an 8th grade tour. If you want to have a little more time with her, you can certainly come and talk to her. Oh, references for early college. That's what Ms. Bennington says. References for early college, essays for City of Medicine. Okay, Ms. Bennington's gonna pop in the chat a video if you want to check out City of Medicine. And you can do that on your own time, because we are going to go to Southern High School now. We are so excited to have our feeder school representing on the line. We love to support Southern, and we have a lot of ties to Southern. So we are so excited that Mr. Leathers and Ms. Peaks decided to join us tonight. So you guys, if you need to share your screens, you should be able to. I'm going to hand it over to you guys. I know we had a lot of interest because this is the big time right here, Southern High School.
Sure. Ms. Peaks, were you going to speak, or you want me to?
You can go ahead. Take it away.
Okay. All right. So welcome, everyone. I think we have a few of our rising 9th graders on board tonight. And so I just want to say that thank you for getting to this point. I know it's been pretty tough for you guys thus far. And so just hang in there. It's going to get better. And then on the horizon, you'll be thinking about high school. And I'm hoping that, you know, you would choose our school, Southern School of Energy and Sustainability. We have a lot to offer there. I think that for students that are looking for a high school that could adjust to you and what you want, you may come in and you may think, well, I want to go into this career path. We have that. And then you may change your mind and say, well, you know what? I think I want to go to a 4-year university. We completely support that. I think first and foremost, all 9th graders, it would be my desire and my hope that we start setting our goals immediately, that we're going to attend a 4-year university. And we all know that all of our students may not be able to attend a 4-year university, but then we also have options too. We have a really great relationship with Durham Tech, to where, you know, if it's not a 4-year school right after high school, we can get into Durham Tech. They have college programs where you could do Durham Tech for 2 years and then move off to North Carolina State, North Carolina Central, or UNC Chapel Hill. And so we want to support you in that. We have the resources there at the school to introduce you to Durham Tech and to introduce you to the resources that they have that we can partner together and do. We do have a skills trade program. For some of us, it still may be a 4-year option to go to a college, but then what good is it for us young men and even young women? Because, you know, you don't want to depend on men all the time. So if you need some plumbing done in your house, if you need some drywalling done, some electrical work, we have these skills at the high school, right? And so what I will say, that anything that we have at Southern, it's unisex. It's for girls and boys, right? And so we want our young people to feel as comfortable as possible and not so much be stereotype or prototype into a particular area as far as what you want to study and what you want to learn. Of course, you know, we have our athletics there. That's enough said. It speaks for itself, so I won't talk a lot about that. But as far as extracurricular activities, we have a budding art program. Mr. Stokesy does really well with our band students, whether you have played an instrument or not, and if marching band or band itself is something that you want to get involved with, Southern is the place to be. We have a really good chorus program and a chorus instructor. We put on some really great chorus shows. We have an arts program, photography program, and dance. So if you like hip hop dancing, our dance team 2 years ago won the state title in dance, and that's something that Ms. Fields worked really hard towards. And so we have a A1 dance corps, and we also have theater arts and a theater tech program where if you're into building the sets or managing a theatrical set, we have that class in place too. So I think in our video, we'll have a lot of information about our different academies, which is most important, right? So that you can sort of get an idea of what you want to do and where you want to be. But I will say to our parents that are on board, I treat the students at Southern School of Energy and Sustainability just like they were mine. And so if there's some things that I would want for my daughter, if there's some things that I wish not to see my daughter doing, I'm going to do the same and expect the same for the young people there in the building. That's just the way we go. We're one big family. We have a lot of resources. We have a lot of teachers that put a lot of good time and quality time into our students. They care, we care. And what I will say is we don't have any, like the factual numbers. We have maybe about 27% of our students who go off to a four-year university. But what I can say, if our students go off to a four-year university, a two-year university, or if they get into a career, our students stay. They stay the long haul. They finish up what they had started. Some of our young people are leaders on their college campuses. Some of our young people are leading in their profession at their levels. And so that's most important. And so not only do we want to build an academic student, we want to build a student with lots of character, someone that can be employed when they get out of school, someone that will understand what it's like to coexist with others and then achieve at the same time. So I know we only have a short amount of time, so I stop. I don't know, Ms. Peaks, if we have a video or not that we're going to play.
I don't have the video, but I can show them the pictures. Miss McNeil put the video in the chat. I'm sorry.
Okay. So it's in the chat.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
I can
and we'll
show.
also post it on the website. We'll have
Okay.
a page for 8th graders to go to all y'all's information.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. And so what I will say is that if by choosing Southern, you're not missing out from not choosing another school. I'll say that there are some advantages and pros and cons. That young lady, she did an awesome job with her presentation for her early college. Don't know why she didn't end up at Southern, but she did an awesome job. And so, you know, there are pros and cons everywhere you go. And so what I will say is that, you know, really take a look. And the selling point for Southern is actually coming into the building and seeing the work that we do, see the work that our teachers do on a daily basis. And we don't have that. And so, but we do have a track record now. We have 7 years worth of work, 7 years worth of moving a school in the right direction. And so thank you, Neal. Thank you, Dr. Fugger, for continuing to invite us there. Your young people come and we really hit the ground running with them. So we appreciate that, counselors and everyone that's on tonight. And so I guess, I don't know if there's a time for question and answering, but I'm here to the end.
Ms. Peaks, did you want to show some pictures real quick? I mean, we can do it.
Do we have time?
Let's go, Miss Rathbone. She has been waiting.
Hey,
patiently,
Miss
so
Rathbone.
we'll-
Hey, Rita.
And if you want to stay on at the very
fine,
end,
I
you can
will.
say-
You go right ahead.
Yeah.
I'm good. You
Hey,
go-
Rita.
Oh, okay.
Issues.
You should be able to share.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. I'm coming.
just real quick, as Ms. Peaks is working, a reminder that the window will close on February 5th at 5 p.m. It is a hard deadline, so really get your time in with these schools. Like Mr. Leathers shared, you can tour the school virtually, contact those parents, contact those teachers, and do your due diligence in researching these. You can sign up for tours on the school's websites. And take it away, Ms.
So I'm just gonna highlight and share and show some pictures from what Mr. Leathers shared with you all. He did a great job. So we are a STEM high school. That's our magnet theme. And as you all know, Neal feeds into Southern. So a lot of the things that you all are introduced to at Neal, you'll see a lot of those STEM activities when you come to Southern. So it's kind of like they teach you the foundation at Neal and you get to explore when you come to Southern. So we have 4 small academies like Mr. Leathers mentioned, and we highlight those heavy. And we have the skilled trades pathway, as he mentioned, and they are rocking it out. That's a part of our ACE Academy. So that's something good for our school and our students. Our current enrollment, $12.98. It's a small, you get the high school experience, but you won't get lost in the crowd. And that's one thing that I do love about Southern. We are really big on building relationships. Your teachers know your name, your administrators know your name, and there's somebody, at least one person in the building that each student can connect to. The 4 academies: biomedical technology, technology and engineering, architecture, construction engineering, business management and sustainability, and all of our 9th graders participate in Freshman Academy, which is a great thing for our school. The Freshman Academy prepares them for 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, and they actually choose their academy the spring semester of their 9th grade year. These are just some highlights from field trips, learning experiences, graduation, some good stuff that happened at Spartan Nation, as we call it. And this is our contact information. Mr. Leathers' information is on here. I'm Ms. Peaks, I'm the magnet coordinator, and Ms. Green, who is our skilled trades pathway coordinator, she can give you more information about that. So come check us out, schedule a virtual tour, and we hope to see you all soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Spartans, go. All right. Last school that we have Dr. Rathbone. She is from the School for Creative Studies. And then we will have a short, in a little bit from Ms. Benetton about the pathways and a little question and answer. Take it away, Dr.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. I'm so excited to be here. Isn't it just so awesome that you have so many choices when you're looking at your high school options in Durham? You have so many choices to look at and a wide variety of factors to consider. So we're the School for Creative Studies. We're about as different as any other school that you've heard from tonight. And I went ahead and put my contact information in the chat, as well as a lot of links to our website and our social media. And the bottom link that I put up there is our virtual tour sign up. So if you want to learn more, then you can sign up there. So SCS, so we are a magnet school for 2 reasons. One, we are a year-round school. And I know it may not sound like a good idea to start school in mid-July, but I promise you, it actually is, because you get to go to school for 9 weeks and then you get a 3-week break. 9 weeks of school and a 3-week break. And that is a really great schedule for a lot of reasons for a high school student. It gives you time to rest and recover. It gives you time, perhaps you need a little extra support, you can get that. I teach an AP class, and I love the fact that that AP test is in May, regardless of when the class starts. And most people around the country are starting that class in August, some of them not even till January. I get to start in July, and I have all that time with students, and I have that time in intersession so that we can ensure that students who need a little extra support. In fact, 30% of our juniors and seniors take at least one AP class at our school, which is pretty impressive. So that schedule, it may not sound like it's a good idea, but everyone really loves it once you try it. We also have a magnet theme. Our magnet theme is on creativity, communication, collaboration, and community. Our focus is on design thinking, and applied creativity. We're kind of like if Southern and DSA, you take the best of both and put them together, because we're trying to take those sort of skills to be creative and innovative and apply them in meaningful, purposeful ways to help solve the problems that we all face in this world. A little bit, we are a 612 school, but you high schoolers will not have to deal with any of those middle school students. Our building is everything is very well separated. High school has their own area up front, so you don't have to worry about dealing with any of the middle school kids, which is nice. Of course, since you can't come see our building, here are a few pictures of our building. We have a full audio recording studio, and we have a program in digital music and audio production. So you get to use a professional recording studio, learn how to use it. Our most advanced high school students actually run their own record label out of our school. So the students take on their roles, they work collaboratively, they take on real world projects to run a record label. This is our media center, our cafeteria. During one of our recent food drives, our PTSA does an excellent job of having food giveaways for our families and the staff, and ensure that everybody is getting what they need. We also have a video recording studio. That's what our green room is here. This is a professional video recording studio. And of course, we still have 2 wonderful gymnasiums and about 56 acres worth of athletic fields. Ironically, we don't have sports, but we do have lots of beautiful fields and woods on our campus. We are a very small school. And we serve the entire county of Durham. So if you're looking around at the folks that you are in 8th grade with right now, and you think maybe a change of scenery would be good for you, that's what we provide, because our students come from literally the entire county, every zip code in Durham, zip codes that I have to look up because I'm not even sure they're in Durham County. About 20% of our students come from homeschool, private school, or charter school. So we have just an incredibly diverse group of students coming together, and they integrate together very quickly and become fast friends, because with only 100 students per grade, you kind of have to. And they travel together in that small group until they graduate. So there's many things that are wonderful about that. There's some things that if you're used to a larger school, it might not be as comfortable, that everybody's going to know you. There's no cracks to slip through ever. And everybody knows everybody, and you will be traveling with those same 100 students throughout your time as a high school student. So keep that in mind. We do follow a 7-period day. That's another really important thing to think about when you look at your high school options. Some of the schools offer a block schedule. You only have to manage 4 classes at a time. You get to take 8 different classes in a year, but those classes are also 90 minutes long. On our schedule, you have 7 classes you have to manage at once, but the classes are only 50 minutes long, and you stay the whole year with that same teacher. So you just need to think about yourself as a student and a learner, and which one of those schedules might be a better fit for you is one of the things to think about. We are a one-to-one technology school, and we have been since the school opened. So we do have a lot of experience, and our staff has a lot of training, really making good use of technology in the classroom. A couple of important points. As I mentioned, we do not have our own sports teams. You can play with your base school, so you can try out and play with your base school for competitive sports. We have a lot of intramural teams if you just want to have fun and play a sport for fun. We have a basketball club, ultimate frisbee, soccer, fencing programs, cycling. So some unique things that a lot of schools don't, other schools don't have. And our bus transportation in the morning is slightly unique. So in the morning, you do have to go to where the bus picks you up. The bus does not come directly to your house in the morning. The good news is that Neal and Southern and Oak Grove are all pickups. Most of our students actually come from Neal's attendance zone. A majority of our students do. So there are convenient places where the bus can pick you up. And we do have our unique areas of study. We have our digital music and audio production program. We also offer classes in creative entrepreneurship and marketing, architecture and design for living, digital media and design, that's using the Adobe suite of software, computer science and coding. So those of you who are really excited about working in the video game industry, this is a great place for you because you're going to learn the science side of coding. You're also going to learn the artistic side of how to make digital art. We also have photo, media, multimedia production, and AP Art History and Visual Culture Studies. Those are the best classes because I teach them. And we also have art, PE, and Spanish as our other elective classes. And we do have a full suite of AP and honors courses. Obviously, as a smaller school, we can't offer everything that the big schools do. So we don't have necessarily all the classes. I did put a link to this document in the chat as well. This is our typical high school course list. So you can see what we typically offer for students. Students do have at least one AP option in every area in English, social studies, science, math, and in the visual arts. There's always at least one AP offering in the visual arts as well. So a solid 40% of our students do go to directly to higher education. Another 40% go to community college, and 20% of our students head directly to the workforce or the military or some other option after high school. And I believe that's all. Very quickly, this is our current leadership team. This is our principal, Ms. Price. And our assistant principal, Dr. Dixon, is over high school. We have Ms. Fairley is our EC support person. Ms. Barnes does graduation in MTSS. Mr. Ferguson is our assistant principal as well. He focuses on middle school, but he's still an assistant principal. And Ms. Durkin is our assistant principal focused on our COAT program. And Ms. Bridges is our instructional coach. And then, of course, there's me in the middle. We have a excellent and diverse staff as well. These are our elective teachers, all specialists in their own right and accomplished professionals in their own right. Our math teachers, the English teachers who aren't camera shy, our high school history department, and our high school science department. And so there you go. So I would love for you to come to a virtual tour and learn more if you think this might be something that is a good fit for you.
Thank you, Dr. Rathbone. And just so to reiterate, you can go on tours now. Now is the time. It's virtual. Go on as many tours as you can. Why not? So last but not least, we're going to have Ms. Bennington talk quickly about the pathways. And then if you have any questions about anything related to the high school process, please feel free to put them in the chat. Mr. Biggs and Ms. Bennington will answer them. Take it away, Ms. Bennington.
Thank you all. So this portion will be really quick. I know we only have a couple of minutes left, a few minutes left. I'm going to fly through it. If you have follow-up questions, I will put my email and contact information in the chat. So when you are applying for magnet or doing a magnet application, you'll also see options for pathway. And so one of the biggest things that you all as parents, guardians, and students should know is that transportation is going to be a big difference. So with magnet, transportation would be provided across the district. So it would be just like if you were going to your base school. The pathway option is different, where you actually would have to get to your base school, and then transportation would go from there. And so that is something that you would want to consider when you're thinking through magnet options and pathway options as well. So just to reiterate what Ms. Hawkins Johnson from Student Assignment, what she mentioned, if you are interested in a school, it cannot have the same thing that is offered at your base school. So most of our students will be going to Southern. So you'll see that Riverside has a STEM pathway, but you would not be able to apply to that. So that's important to remember as well. So with Hillside, the different pathway options there is an IB pathway, Business and Finance Academy, and then an Army JROTC. I would encourage you with all of these, because I'm going through them so quickly, that if you see something that stands out, go to their website. They have a lot more information with more details, and you can get some more information there. With Jordan, their pathway program focuses on agriculture, food, natural resources. There's a lot of hands-on experiences with these and learning opportunities that focus in this area. So if this is something that you feel like your child might be interested in, this is definitely one that you might consider and explore a little bit more. With Northern, they have 4 different ones. So there's a Fire Academy and Public Safety. There's an Air Force JROTC. There's an Academy of Prevent and Plant Science. And then if your child is interested in culinary, cooking, things like that, there is a Culinary Chef Academy as well. So again, if any of these sound like they are worth exploring more, go to their websites and they have a lot more information there. And then Riverside, again, STEM would not be an option for our students, many of our students, but the JROTC Air Force pathway would be an option. And so like I said, I know that this can be a daunting process. As you heard, there are so many really good options for DPS, which is amazing. But I know with all of those great options, there can come a lot of questions as well. So I am available. I'm going to put my email and my phone number in the chat. So feel free, if you just want to process some things, have questions, feel free to reach out. And then as Ms. McNeil mentioned, there will be some magnet assistant dates listed below. And just remember that the application period ends at 4:59 on February 5th. And if you are interested in CMA, City of Medicine, make sure that your child is working on that essay. And if they're interested in early college, just make sure that they're reaching out to their teachers and providing those recommendation forms to them so that teachers and administration, we can get started on those as soon as possible. So again, I know that was pretty fast, but I just want to respect your time. Please follow up with any questions.
Thank you, Ms. Benetton. Any further questions we have? That was a lot of information. Dr. Fuga, I see the chat's pretty blank. I think we're ready for that second drawing.
Yes, agreed. Everyone stayed on. I appreciate it. Big thank you to Rita from coming on, Jerome and Ashley for sharing information. Thank you guys so much. Mr. Evans, thank you. And then Jessica, obviously one of our formers, who you can see the work that she's put in. She is an amazing young lady. She was amazing here and is just continuing to be amazing. So we really appreciate all her work as well, working with our students also. So I want to make sure we give away another gift card to everybody who stayed on, another $100. Let me share my screen again real quick. All right, here we go. Can everybody see it? We good? Everyone who stayed on is on there. Can ye? All right. So I will private message you real quick in the chat, and we will set up a time for me to get you your gift card. Guys, thank you again so much for everyone that stayed on. Thank you to our teachers and staff. here at Neal. Thanks again to Ms. Mack for organizing this and putting this all together. We had over 20 of our families or families interested in either Neal or our high schools come on today, which is great for a virtual open house. We're really excited about that. So over 20 of our families got to hear the great things from not just Neal, but from our school as well. So thank you guys so much. Any further questions, feel free to contact us or the schools that were present here this evening. We're grateful for all your continued work and thank you for investing in your kids' lives and us in Durham Public Schools. Thank you guys so much.
All right, everybody.
Don't end the meeting, Mac. I got to talk to Kenya about the prize.
Oh, okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate you. Talk to you later.
Great job.
Woohoo! Our winner.
Ladies.
We still got some folks. Do you guys have questions? Those that are hanging on?
Yeah.
Mr. Kozart, you want to know about high school? You want to know about the pathways model?
I think a really important piece is to know what your base is. That's really
I'll
important.
put Mr. Kozart in the waiting room. Sometimes folks kind of forget.
Yeah. Eighth, I
They-
think
they
if you
leave
know
it-
that your base is northern, you might want to do an application to southern.
Yeah.
You know, or the other.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I hope. Oh,
yeah, because we do get kids whose bases